I'm touted NASA-ington. I have a NASA shirt on. I've been in space. I haven't been on Lang.
Who's space?
I have a lot to say. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the pink squishy guy. I am Bud Robinson. This is the BREWDCAST, and this is
That looked like a
Townicus
sex toy for a second.
It's not a sex toy. I had that same issue the last time I showed him off. I thought he was a sex toy, but he's not a sex toy. He flops like a sex toy.
Okay.
I don't know why. Let's just talk about this for the rest.
It's like a jelly. Podcast. It's like a jelly wiener.
I don't.
Everyone, look at Bud's jelly wiener. It has a voice too, apparently.
Oh dear, this is. I don't know what the fuck this is. So I missed...
Dynamite was on. Dynamite was on tonight, Bud.
It was, yeah. That's what I'm told. I missed it because my provider of choice did not provide it properly.
I was provided upon.
Lucky you.
Sounds terrible. Really good show. Had really good wrestling. Mm-hmm. Orange Cassidy had a great segment with Hook.
Of course.
Where they were talking about the interviewer, what's her name? Renee said, "You guys would have made great tag team champions." And Orange is like, "Yeah, we would have made great tag team champions. But Hook's still a great champion." And then Hook goes, "You'll be a great champion again. You should be a great champion again." And then Orange goes, "Yeah. I mean, Mox is fighting for the belt next week, and why wouldn't he? He was champion for like 3 weeks. I was only champion for 11 months. So he ate a chip, and that was it. I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's pretty accurate.
TK Burn.
Pretty accurate.
I love it.
Hobbs going to working with Callis.
I saw that. That's such a brilliant move. Do it.
That group is so perfect right now.
Give
Guevara, Hobbs, like they're not doing enough with Hobbs, and Hobbs can be. That's such a perfect spot for him. I saw that. I was just like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Toni Storm has a new character.
Okay.
And she comes out, and it's like black and white. She's like an old Hollywood starlet.
Yeah.
But it's like she had an interview, which was amazing. Holy shit, is that character great. Her makeup's like smeared and shit. It's like, you have to watch it. Because it's like, holy shit, is she amazing right now.
Her Unhinged is like, I think, some of my favorite work of hers. Like, I enjoyed...
So good.
I enjoyed the, like, rebel whatever kind of thing that she was doing.
Yeah.
But the problem is she blends in too much with Saraya and Ruby Soho. So, like, she needed something new. I don't know if she's in that group anymore, but...
I don't think so.
Even if she is, she's miles apart from it, and I think she's doing great work.
They had a great segment with Adam Cole and Roderick Strong, which was just fucking hilarious. He went over to Roderick's house and Roderick made him move furniture with his broken ankle. That was really stupid. It'll be on Facebook or Instagram or something. He's gonna look for it. It was really, really dumb. The Adam Copeland, they had Adam Copeland at the end with Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck. Was that good?
Now, you said some months ago, and have said several times, that the moment when CM Punk came back was one of AEW's greatest moments. I don't disagree with that. And you said they will not match it. It's going to be very hard for them to match it, I think is what you said.
Yep.
Do you think this is it? Because I saw that. I saw Adam Copeland coming out. I'm going to have to struggle to not call him Edge.
If you do, it's okay. I probably will do it like 46 times.
WWE will beat me senseless.
We could fight him. I'm all for it.
I heard that crowd, and holy shit. Like, I remember the crowd when CM Punk came back, and I'm not saying it was I'm not saying it was incomparable. But I heard that crowd, and everybody knew that he was coming back. But oh my god, in Seattle of all places, like
I think the CM Punk pop was bigger. And I think the CM Punk pop was bigger because he was gone for so long. And nobody ever thought he was going to come back. I think the difference between the Edge pop and the CM Punk pop will be how they play out afterwards.
Yeah.
Because what Edge and Christian did tonight pales in comparison to anything they did with CM Punk. Edge came out and cut a promo on Christian and was just like, I know you're cocky, I know you're this, I know you're that, blah, blah, blah. Those guys are going to use you, they're going to dump you. And he's like cutting this impassioned promo of, it's time. It is time. It is time for us to get back together. It's time for us to be a tag team. It's time for us to win the championship belts. It's time for us to get back together. And the crowd is just fucking going crazy. Christian looks at his TNT belt, looks at Edge, gives him this great big hug, and they're having this moment, and then he goes into the microphone, go fuck yourself.
Oh my God.
And he just walks out of the ring. And I'm just sitting there, and it was like so... It pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Because in like 2004, if they would have went with Christian in WWE, what could have happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy fuck, they missed the boat on this guy. Because he is just...
Because they didn't like his face. Because Vince didn't like his face.
But he's so good.
He's fucking
He's
brilliant.
so fucking good.
Is.
So fucking good. And Edge knows, like, they know how to work a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one thing sometimes that AEW lacks. Because they just don't have that experience. But here are these two guys who are vets who've essentially done everything at this point. And they're having this feud with each other. They're best friends. It's so easy for them. And it was just, that to me is like, that storyline is going to be the biggest storyline they have right now. It'd be amazing.
I said this. I'm happy that they're doing this because I said this a few weeks ago that, like, if they're going to bring people in, I was talking about Dolph Ziggler and like Shelton Benjamin. If they're going to bring people in, they need to have a direction. They need to have a story, because if they don't have a story, what are you doing? I mean, it's exactly what they did with CM Punk. They didn't have a story to tell, so they just kind of winged it, and you wound up with some good moments. You wound up with some good stories, but a lot of them just didn't hit as hard as, like, if you come in with a guy who's hot.
Some stuff with Punk felt like, we're just gonna have him do this to do this, and it's Punk's little work. And I don't think they ever. I think you're right. I don't think they ever really had a. This is where we're trying to get. Till they gave him the belt, and when they gave him the belt, that's when the bottom fell out. I don't think Edge gets the belt. I don't think he needs it.
No. You could give him like the International or the TNT, but he doesn't need it. And he said, I read somewhere recently or today, I guess, that he sees this as his final run. Like his time in AEW is his final run. And I could see him doing like producer shit afterwards. That would be kind of cool. But
I think I think some of these old guys that really like wrestling, like Big Show and Mark Henry, which sounds weird saying Mark Henry, but Mark Henry loves wrestling. These guys like that have that experience. They don't want them to be agents in WWE because they want a certain kind of person to do it. And I think they look at them and they're, they're fans. They can't do it because they're fans. And I disagree because I think those are better agents because those matches are better. I thought this show was amazing. They did another Jay White MJF thing, and it still did not click for me. It just did not click.
I couldn't figure out what I liked about the Jay White segment last week. And then I read the results off of Bleacher Report, and they pointed out that the Bang Bang Gang were using MJF's sort of emotions against him. And I think that's what I appreciate about it, is that normally it's like MJF is like on this level, and it's always like a promo battle to find out who's better. And I think Jay White's promo last week was not the best. I will agree with that 100%. But I think what he did well was he brought out that emotion with MJF.
The psychology piece was really good. The psychology piece was really good. But I feel like they want to do this match because they like Jay White and they paid Jay White a lot of money. But I feel like it's almost within the company. Like, Jay White's a star, don't get me wrong. But I just feel like it's too early, and I feel like there's just something about it. Like the way he's acting, the way he's out there, it feels so forced. and he's just getting fucking steamrolled by MJF.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
That's how I'm taking it.
Like, I see another situation where like Tony Khan and a lot of the people in the back understand how good Jay White is, and Jay White has gotten time.
And I'm not saying that he's not. I'm saying he needs
but
something.
They're putting him up against MJF to sort of show we have this guy MJF who's really good. Check out this guy too. You know what I mean? Like, and so you're just seeing. And I get that you're building him, but you also didn't do anything prior to that to really build him up. To make him like, I would agree. Like he didn't really have a direction towards the world title up until.
And that may be my sticking point, because it's just like, okay, you're here, that's great. I know you're good. You know, I know you can cut a promo. I know you can do this thing. I know you can do that, but it's like, why? What? And it does not. Something about it feels forced. And I think that's just the best feeling I have. And I can't put my finger on what feels forced because I don't really know. But something about it is just like, God, they're really pushing this too hard.
That's fair. Yeah, I get that.
Like, I don't think it's going to be a bad match. Mm-hmm. And Jay White stole the AEW belt from MJF, which made me roll my fucking eyes, because it's like, oh wow, we did that again. So,
I hate that. The only time I've ever appreciated that was when Nyla Rose did it to Jade Cargill, and then it didn't go anywhere.
That one could have been better, but it was a letdown.
I like Nyla Rose.
I think the problem I have with the stealing of the belt is they do it all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've done it in 4 years. They've done it like 6 times.
Yeah.
Which is just too much.
Yeah.
And they've done it for really important belts, and they've done it for really unimportant belts. And I just kind of go, my response to this whole thing was just meh.
They have, they certainly have their like set of tropes that they really dig.
Yep.
And they lean on them pretty heavily. I would agree with that. Like the belts.
But WWE does the same thing.
Yeah, and a lot of those tropes I really dig, but some of them are just like the contract signing. They do the contract signing all the fucking time, and I'm like, why? Just let them fight each other. No physicality. Why? You're a fucking wrestling company. Why can't we have physicality? What? Like,
no physicality. I don't know. The show overall though was good, and I think, I think it'll be. That's going to be the main event of Full Gear. It won't be bad. If MJF loses to Jay White, that is a huge mistake.
I would be shocked if he does.
There's no fucking way to book that would make any sense. Because if he cheats to win, it's just going to be...
I think that's I think that's probably what's going to happen, is it's going to be the two of them trying to cheat to win.
No, I mean if they have like a run-in or run-in or something like that.
Yeah.
It'll just be... Because that's another trope that I hate in WWE. You have the champion lose the belt because somebody interfered, then they go into a feud with that person. They beat that person, then they just go win the belt back, because that's what it would have to be.
Yeah.
Because MJF right now...
MJF is fire. Yeah.
The dude needs to be a champion. Just let him have a fucking run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Show was good, though. Overall, the show was good. WrestleDream?
Yeah, let's talk about WrestleDream. I'll pull up the card.
The ROH title match? Tag title match?
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
It was ridiculous.
But it could have been, like, I read somewhere that it could have been a match on a TV. An episode of TV. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. It was I thought for sure the Righteous was going to win. Just to get it off of...
I didn't think there was a way.
It's going to be hard to keep the titles on MJF considering they don't necessarily know how long it's going to be for Adam Cole to come back. So I kind of expected them to be like, fuck it, let's give it to the Righteous so that we have this thing in our back pocket. They didn't, and that's fine. Like, I think the Righteous is really good, but I got
two words for you on this one, bud. Ass boys.
Yeah. You could certainly give it to them.
Oh, that'd make perfect sense right now too. Have them defend against the Ass Boys and have Jay White fuck with them and whatnot. I think that'd work. They got to do something for Jay White because this feud feels so imbalanced right now. But
yeah, super imbalanced, and I'm interested to see what they're going to do with MJF.
It reminds me. It reminds me of the time The Rock defended his belt against Chris Benoit, and they had this little. This is going back. This is like 01, 02. I can't. It was one or the other. It was like back then, like when I think it was 02, and The Rock won it, and maybe it was 01. It was 01. It had to be 01. But either way, it was 01 or 02, and they had this little mini feud, and Benoit went out there, and he had Shane McMahon as his like manager, and they had this match where they were trying to make him like legitimate, and it didn't work because the gap was just too big. Like they were trying to do the same thing. Do I think that AEW will do a better job of that? Yeah, because they cannibalize Benoit for The The Rock can't look bad, so I think they'll do a better job in AEW, but that's kind of the vibe I have right now.
Sure.
And they can change that. But it's just like, because the Bang Bang Gang is so fucking good, and I can't. I'm having a really hard time with myself because it's like, I love the Bang Bang Gang. I love fucking Jay White. He's feuding with MJF, who's like we've said before is just fire. So it's like, why isn't this working for me?
Yeah.
And I don't have the slightest fucking idea why, and I just cannot put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Let's hit this card, though.
Okay. MJF beat The Righteous, in case we
Are we going pre-show or not?
I didn't watch the pre-show. To be honest with you, I forgot. We had Josh Barnett versus Claudio Castagnoli. I don't know what
very physical match that was.
That was gonna I really wanted to see that because Josh Barnett, I've not seen a lot of him.
He was supposed to fight Mox. When Mox got hurt that night with Phoenix, Barnett was there to come out and challenge him to a match.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was the match we didn't get, and that would have been...
The people... Claudio also always catches those people, doesn't he? Because he caught...
Claudio's kind of the...
He caught, ZSJ after, Bryan Danielson got injured. I had heard Filthy Tom Lawler, but I don't remember where that was sourced from.
Either one I would take.
Yeah.
Either one would have been really good.
Give me both. Give me both in the next month, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
What else did we have on the pre-show?
I don't remember.
Okay.
There was a trios match, and it was really... I think the Acclaimed and Mr. Ass beat somebody, but I can't remember who. That match was just basically... Could have been a TV match.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't bad, but wasn't catastrophically good either.
Yeah.
So
after MJF, we had Eddie Kingston defending the ROH World Title and the Never Strong Openweight title against Katsuyori Shibata.
Every time Shibata wrestles, I get scared
because of his injury.
Yeah,
I know.
He
hasn't dialed it down.
No.
I'm like, dude, stop taking such stiff shots.
And you can look at him and you can see that it's 90% of the time with him it's the lights are on but nobody's home. And that just scares me.
No, I don't. I'm going to disagree with that. I think that's just his personality.
That's fine. But he just looks like he's off.
I don't see that. I could be wrong.
I've seen some of his older stuff, and it looks like he's just a little, but
maybe.
This match was good. I had no issue with this match. Shibata I never have a problem with a Shibata match. Every time he wrestles, I'm just fuck yeah, this is cool.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm just dude, please. Come on.
Don't get hurt. Just don't.
I like the ending. I like the way the match rolled out.
We have talked multiple times about the fact that AEW is very good at
Tonight, I'm just on the top of Eddie Kingston was the greatest fucking line ever that Brewd has. Because, oh my god. Who's the guy that's the, he used to be with MJF, I forgot. I keep forgetting his fucking name. The manager guy. No, the manager. That's not with all the ROH. He's on the board of directors or whatever.
Stokely.
Stokely Hathaway. He says we're gonna have a match to determine the number one contender. You better be there, Eddie Kingston, because we need an ROH world champion that smells like success, not Burger King and Marlboros. And Taz just starts fucking broke. He's laughing into the fucking mic, and then fucking Excalibur's trying to talk and he's laughing so fucking. It was such a good cut.
Stokely Hathaway is so fucking hilarious. Like,
such a good cut.
He's amazing. Yeah. Good match.
Kingston's a star.
I love
they gotta
Kingston. Yeah, they
gotta find a way. They gotta find a way to harness him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And gotta get him in the right trajectory. Because I think he could be like the world champion, and he could have a really good run. He does not remind me of a Steve Austin.
No.
He does not remind me of a Rock. You know who he is? Fucking Mankind. He's Mick Foley. That's the role I see him in. His connection with the audience.
I love me some Eddie Kingston.
What was next?
Chris Statlander defeating Julia Hart. This was a really good match.
Julia Hart is exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Statlander is exceptional. They have a star with Julia Hart. I was amazed at how bad the crowd wanted her to win.
Yes.
I feel like let's not have I love Stat and I love her reign, but let's not have her hold that like she's Jade.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would agree. Let's make this a little more logical, a little more short. I mean, because holy shit, it's Julia Hart. But Julia Hart left. She's taking time off because she just got married.
Her and Lee Johnson? Did she get married to him? Because he took time off too.
Yeah, that's who she got married to. Yeah. She's only 21.
Congratulations, y'all.
She's like half of Leon's age. So Leon's 46.
That's terrible, man.
They've done a really good job of building up that challenge for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously they had that. I didn't even realize they had that unbeaten streak going for that long. But I mean, the last month or so, when they've been having her on TV and everything every week, they've done a really good job with that.
Especially with Brody King. Like, it's been great seeing her with Brody King. I think that makes perfect sense.
I think those two are a perfect fit.
The Young Bucks defeated the Lucha Brothers, the Guns, and Orange Hook. I don't know if we ever called them that, but that's what I called them.
Hook Cassidy?
Yeah. So the Young Bucks get a future AEW tag title match. Not to induce any spoilers, that means that we're going to get FTR versus the Young Bucks number 4.
Not going to complain because they always put on good matches, but I think the Bucks will win that one.
I could see it.
Well, I mean, the FTR's up one, so they gotta.
This match was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It had a lot of stuff going on, and it always does. But it almost felt like this match was there just to have a match there. It didn't feel like it had a point. Like these teams weren't doing anything. It was just the only two that really had something going on were Hook and Orange Cassidy were kind of doing that thing, and they're doing something. Maybe Orange Cassidy's going to turn heel on Hook. I don't think so, because I don't think it will work.
I think I sort of see them having just a match.
Yeah.
I sort of envisioned after this match them having like an interview, and they're going to be like, well, that sucked. We lost. And then like one of them is going to be like, can I fight for the FTW title? And then the, Orange or Hook would be like, yeah, okay.
No, instead Orange Cassidy was super passive aggressive tonight, and it was fucking hilarious. John Moxley gets a title shot next week for the international title because he was a champion for 3 weeks. I only held it for 11 months. It's just so fucking perfect.
I fucking love it.
His delivery of it. His delivery, too, was just fucking off the chain. It was so good.
Love Orange Cassidy. I love Hook.
We held it for 11 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was champ for a long time.
122 defenses.
That's all?
Not really. So then we had Swerve Strickland defeating Hangman Adam Page. Also a dope match.
Great match. Might have been the match of the night. This match was really fucking good. This had to happen.
Fucking brutal.
This had to happen, though. This had to happen. Like, there was no way Swerve couldn't have. They had, and I feel they're running a match on Collision or Rampage. Swerve Strickland against Bryan Danielson for the number 1 contender for the TNT title.
Oh, I saw that. And somebody I saw it on the subreddit, and somebody's very first comment, the top comment was, "Who still has a dad that's alive?" That's how you know who's gonna win or who's gonna lose.
Well, I guess it's Danielson. Oh shit!
What?
Then somebody pitched the line for Christian Cage. It looks like you don't have a father, and soon your children aren't going to have one either. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Christian's
yes, it is.
Christian's slowly becoming one of my favorite people on that show.
He's
so good.
When
he came in and he was face Christian, and he was like the good guy doing the shit, it was just like bland to me.
Yeah.
And now it's just, oh my god, he's so fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So the second he turned on Jungle Boy was like the greatest thing ever.
I think Jungle Boy's going to come back to him.
Work, everyone.
That would make sense. They're starting to get some really good factions.
Mm-hmm.
The Don Callis faction, the family might be, with Hobbs being in there. Whoa.
I'm down for that. 100%.
Hobbs is in there?
Yeah.
He joined it tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
By jumping Jericho and Kenny Omega because
he beat the fuck out of him. He grabbed a guardrail to hit Kenny Omega with, and accidentally ripped off one of the things of the guardrail. Then he just looks at it like, "What the fuck?" and throws it on the ground. So it was pretty funny.
Slight aside.
So one would say that he is a true powerhouse.
For the win.
I knew what you were doing. I did it at the same exact time.
So I watched the match between Wardlow. This is an aside from the WrestleDream card. I watched the match between Wardlow and Griff.
Yeah.
Wardlow seemed really, really fucking sloppy. Also, why the hell did they bury Griff? Like, Griff's awesome, but that's a different conversation.
I don't think they care about Griff as much as they care about Wardlow. I don't know what they're doing with Wardlow. They had such momentum with that fucking guy and just shit it all away.
Yeah.
And they got to do something to... They got to do something to get it back. I don't know what they're going to fucking do. Get them kill people. I think that's how you do it.
I think that's...
Griff Garrison?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back? I thought he was hurt.
He is back. He's been back for a little bit.
Oh, okay. And he got murdered by Wardlow?
He did.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
He looked super sloppy, and I don't know if just like Wardlow has ring rust or I don't know what it was, but like it was super sloppy, and I was like, come on, dude.
They gotta have something for him to do. Because he's a guy that can do it, but they just gotta fucking find something because they're just dragging their feet with him.
Otherwise, he's gonna... I don't know if he'll go, but...
I mean, he's one of those day one guys, too.
Yeah.
I don't know that he'll go, because I don't think his imposing size is not gonna register in the E, because everybody in the E is like on roids.
I mean, he could go to Impact.
He'll be the same. He'll be fucking lost in the crowd.
Just be
there.
another guy.
Yeah.
I could see him in
Black
it'd
Trunks.
It'd be like when Mike Awesome showed up on Nitro.
Yeah,
who's
that's
that
what
guy?
I'm saying effect.
Yeah.
He beat up Kevin Nash and he's a foot shorter.
Just call him that 80s guy then.
Not a bad idea for a
That
gimmick.
is a hilarious clip. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, Mr. Austin.
what was next?
Ricky Starks versus Wheeler Yuta, in which...
I feel like the only
won.
reason they had this match was because they needed to get Starks on the show and get him a win up.
I think so.
Because he's not been winning a lot. Good match, but nothing.
I think they're setting up him and Moxley, too. Because there was a lot of, like... He was talking shit to Moxley, who was on commentary at the time, who got fined, which I find hilarious.
He said a bad word.
He said shit on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Like, people aren't getting this shit for free. And then on commentary, the next two matches, he just said shit and fuck constantly.
I think that's just how Mox works.
Yeah.
But he was fanboying it so hard. I loved his commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, this guy fucking loves this shit.
He does. He really does. Yeah, this was a fine match. It was good. Like, both of these guys are good, but...
It could have been a Collision main event.
Yeah, it could have been. Absolutely.
And that would have been maybe... But I get you got to get Ricky Starks those wins.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ricky's leaving. I really think Ricky's leaving.
Maybe. I don't know.
He shouldn't, because I think he's better off in AEW.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that at
Absolutely.
the end. We're going to have conversations about the end because I have a lot to say about that. But we're going to finish this first.
So Bryan Danielson defeated Zack Sabre Jr. in a dream match. This was a fucking brutal match. Jesus Christ.
I've never seen chain wrestling that fucking. It was so fucking amazing, so flawless.
Yeah.
They were so fucking flawless. It was art. It was art. It was literally fucking art.
What I wrote here is that there are very few people that can make Bryan Danielson look like that he is a step behind. Zack Sabre Jr. is one of those guys.
Yep.
Like, just fucking brilliant. I just loved it.
The whole match was fucking amazing. The kicks were stiff. The wrestling itself, just boom, 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 and they're here, they're there, they're here, they're there, and the crowd is literally on the edge of their seat. And it's always been the perception in WWE that technical wrestlers don't. You can't sell technical wrestlers. The crowd won't care. But here's the crowd just literally like,
it's true.
This is fucking amazing. This match was this was obviously the match of the night.
I think so.
In terms of in-ring work, nothing even touches it.
I think so.
But I would watch this again. I think they're going to do it again.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
Danielson's going to end up
they
putting
need
him
to.
over.
Yeah.
I think Danielson's going to end up putting him over. And if I'm Tony Khan, I write a huge check to Zack Sabre and be like, hey, come here, do your shit here, because you're really fucking good.
I could see Zack Sabre Jr. being his last match.
Yeah,
I think that would be a great last match. Because I could totally see Bryan Danielson, his last match being like putting somebody over. He's that kind of guy.
He is. We don't deserve Daniel Bryanson. I said his name wrong.
Diane Branielson.
Hold the button. Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryanson. Whatever.
So the
Okay,
next match was Sammy Guevara, Konosuke Takeshita, and Will Ospreay defeating Chris Jericho, Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega. Also a good match.
Good match. I think the crowd was tired though.
Yeah.
And this match should have had more than it did. I felt like it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
They're telling a story. They have to get to the end of this thing though too. Like they have to have Omega have that one where he fucking wins, because he keeps getting beat. He keeps getting fucking beat.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was a fine match.
It was a good
Nothing.
match. Yeah.
Nothing. I don't have anything else to say about it.
Yeah. Agreed. FTR defeated Aussie Open.
Same thing.
Shocker.
Great match.
This was an amazing match.
You knew it would be, but
Mm-hmm.
again, the crowd was so dead.
The problem is that they had, like, you have Bryan Danielson, and then, like, the trios match that they have after that, like, serious match. There was no break.
Burnt the crowd out a little bit.
Yeah.
But this match was good. I think
Mm-hmm.
this match could have not been on the show. You could have put this on. This could have main evented Collision, and it would have been a fucking amazing. We would be talking about how we would be raving about this fucking match.
Yeah.
And instead, here we are, just kind of like, yeah, it was good.
On a match,
So.
and on a card full of amazing matches, which only had one women's match again. Just gonna throw that out there.
Always does.
Fucking shit. Anyway, I forget what my point was because I was too busy being sassy.
You sassy bitch.
I am. Then we had Christian Cage defeating Darby Allin 2-1.
I love this fucking match.
Darby Allin came out. Those fucking nails. Did you see his nails? That was so cool. Because by the end of it, like, there was one of them had popped off. Two of them were like broken. It was like, Jesus Christ. And I think he busted himself open with one of his nails.
That fucking bump where they tried to suplex him out of the ring onto the steps and they couldn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did that weird fucking body slam onto the steps.
Oh my God.
Made me fucking cringe.
He hit
That was so... Oh!
He threw him on
landed
those
with
steps like
the
3
fucking-
times.
The fucking point of his elbow hit that step and then his body like rolled it. I'm just like, oh, he's dead. He's fucking dead.
Right? Well, and then they were teasing that that Christian was gonna do a superplex onto the stairs. I'm like, fucking no. Do not do this. Do not. Like, I was physically screaming at my screen.
Darby would have done it. I mean, this match was perfect though because Darby got the first fall and then Christian cheated, and then that last fall was when he started ripping the fucking ring apart. It was so fucking perfect.
It was, yeah.
And then when Nick Wayne turned
what
on,
a moment that was! Like
Nick Wayne's going to be a fucking huge star.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of growing to do because he's just a kid. But that moment was, I saw it coming.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it coming for a few weeks.
Yeah, you called it last week at the very least.
But he fucking laid him out, and that place was just. It was kind of one of those where it was like, oh, but it was also a pop at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And his fucking mom's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian kept going to his mom. I fucking love Christian.
Fucking creep. I love
it.
And
then when they started beating the shit out of him, and then when Sting came out, I'm like, here we go. I know what's about to happen. Fucking, it's Edge. And when those fucking lights went out, that crowd just was fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that promo was cool when that fucking music hit.
Oh my god.
And it was his theme song. Holy shit, that was fucking...
I could not believe that. When I heard that theme song, I'm like, fuck that. Like, are you
that
fucking
pop,
kidding
too,
me?
Though, that pop was just...
It was huge. It was, oh my god. That was a moment. Like, it was a huge, huge moment. And I know, right? You know, he's destroyed wrestling, which is sad. Because I really like wrestling, but he's broken it. It's done. So
I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
I think there's few guys left that are going to get reactions like that at this point. I think you're really going to have to. I think if like MJF showed up on WWE unannounced, I think that would be a huge pop.
Maybe.
If they did it right.
Yeah.
If he came out at WrestleMania and like laid out Roman Reigns, like they'd fucking go crazy. They'd want to make him heel though, and probably put him in a Miz spot. If there's very few jumps I think right now that would have that effect, and I think Edge is a huge. Call him Edge, but that's okay. It's Adam Copeland, but I think he's a huge get for them.
Yeah.
Because of that star power and because of the way him and Christian can fucking work a crowd and the shit they can teach. Like that's a huge get. And I don't see like if Dolph Ziggler comes over, whatever.
They're not gonna lose. They're not gonna get rid of many guys. I think that's the big thing is they're not gonna get rid of many guys who will get the same reaction that Edge did. I kind of feel like Edge like floated under the radar to get out of his contract.
Well, it just ran up, and they wanted him. I think they thought he was going to retire, and they gave him a Legends deal, and they gave him kind of a lowball offer. And I just think he was in that mindset of, which he kind of said tonight was, I want to come here, I want to work, I want to wrestle. So
I kind of suspect he was talking about retiring as much as he was, so that WWE would be like, oh, he's retiring. We don't have to worry about him leaving.
Yeah, I think, but they knew at the end that he was going to go.
Yeah.
Put his contract on it and call it good.
Yeah. Because I think of like who from WWE would get that. Like Randy Orton would probably get a pretty good pop, but I also question that because I think there's a lot of AEW style fans that fucking hate him.
Yeah.
You know.
Of
all the guys that just got cut, I think the one that has the most presence is the one that has the most issues, and that'd be Riddle. Riddle gets a reaction. Riddle does shit, but I wouldn't touch that fucker with a 10-foot pole because he's absolutely nuts.
He'll get somewhere, but I don't think it's going to be AEW.
Impact.
I could see. I think Dolph Ziggler will do pretty well in AEW if he ever goes there. I think Shelton Benjamin. They were apparently, they were expecting his contract to run up, Shelton Benjamin's contract to run up months ago, and they were already talking about bringing him in.
He'd also be a good coach.
I think he would be a great get. I don't know. We'll see.
It's hard because there's not a lot. There's like Kevin Owens would, Sami Zayn would.
Oh yeah.
But they're at a point now where the WWE is going to do whatever they have to keep them. Roman.
Mm-hmm.
If Roman came over to AEW, they would they'd try to kill him, but it'd be a huge response. Well, he would. He's the bane of every AEW fan's existence because I hate him for that reason because he is the poster boy of what WWE is.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, for the same reason, I think John Cena would be. I think he would get the same reaction John Cena would.
Yeah.
The AEW fans would be like, "Fuck this."
But
guy.
if you were going to go over the top WWE guy to get in the company, I would just call The Rock.
Yeah.
But I think the fucking Rock. I think The Rock would get a pop.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to boo the fuck because it's the fucking Rock.
Yeah, seriously.
But like Cena would get booed out of the building. Roman would be the guy though. Like if they were gonna, like if they got Roman, that would be like Hogan in WCW, like heel Hogan. That would be a big.
I can't believe this guy is here.
I hope they don't do that though, because I don't think they need that. I think that would fly in the face of what they're doing.
I think that's the thing is like with Edge. Yeah, if you weren't paying attention to the backstage shit, you could see him show up and be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing him on Dynamite." Like that's a big deal. But like,
well, I disagree with that because I think most people thought he would never leave the WWE, and I think even though people are saying he's going, I think all the people on the other were like, "There's no fucking way."
Well,
let's actually. Can we segue?
Can I finish my point first?
You finish, okay. Then I want to segue.
So I think Edge coming. I'm agreeing with you. Like I think Edge coming over was like, "Holy shit, I can't believe he's here." But at the same time, they're doing something with him. It's not just they're not just riding that out and saying, "Oh my god, he's here," and now what are we going to do? Like they had something set up for him. Carry on.
So my segue is this: after Edge debuted, I went onto Instagram, and Instagram's pretty okay, mostly. Then I made the mistake of going onto Facebook.
Never.
And reading the fucking comments about Edge Day, like the AEW video, and it's AEW video that's like no fucking punctuation, no fucking capital letters. I'm a WWE fan. I love Edge, but Edge now turned his back on me, so I love Edge. Edge turned his back. Why would he do this? He's a terrible person. Wrestling is over. Wrestling is rude. AEW is the worst thing ever. I love WWE. I can't believe he did it to us. He turned his back on us. I'll never care about him again. That was what they said, and I'm like, first of all, I'm like, fucking use a comma at least. That's a little bit of a run-on sentence. I teach English. I teach English. What can I say? And then that was it's interesting because that was the fucking response from WWE fans. Why would you ever leave WWE? Look at what they did for you. Look at how amazing it is. They're the biggest show and da 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 da. And then I'm reading comments again where it's like somebody's like, well, it's okay they got Edge because in a little while we're gonna get MJF and Ricky Starks and this person and that person and this person. AEW is basically a building grounds for WWE. And I'm sitting there like, are you fucking stupid? Like, how fucking dumb are you? Then somebody in the comments is like, have you ever seen an MJF match? Well, I've never watched it, but I just heard he's good and I know they're coming. And I'm like, this is the fucking problem with a WWE fan. They're so stuck. They're so fucking stuck that the only thing out there is WWE. Mm-hmm. And they're like fucking indoctrinated. It drives me insane. Just like with Jade Cargill, when they start talking about Jade, it's like, oh, AEW's going down. They lost Jade Cargill. Did you watch the fucking show? Because Jade Cargill's gone and nobody gives a fuck. The show's probably better.
Conversely, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead because I'm going to probably change the subject.
Conversely, I've been reading a lot of stuff on the Reddit is just like people reposting wrestlers talking about Edge leaving. And I've seen the same thing with when Jade Cargill left, when Cody Rhodes left.
Good luck.
It's just like, yeah, exactly. It's like Kenny Omega made a post like, this might be news to some of you, but when somebody leaves, we wish them well. We do not care that they're going to a rival company. Like, we want them to do well. And I think that's exactly the situation here. Like, she did not fit AEW. She was good in AEW. I think she will be better in WWE because that's her style.
And that's where I'm going right now, is that I think there's some people that are going to be better off in the other place. And I think looking at that kind of like from an honest point, like if Sami Zayn was in AEW, he'd be doing way better.
Yeah.
If Kevin Owens is an AEW guy, you know.
But like Roman Reigns?
No, never.
Yeah.
Jade belongs in WWE. There's some guys I see in AEW that are kind of on the lower card, like Nick Camarado. He'd probably be better off in the E. I know he was in NXT and they fired him, but like he's a guy that would be better off in the E.
I think so.
Like there's certain guys like that, like Powerhouse Hobbs. You could argue maybe be better in the E. I don't know if I believe that one. But there's certain people that should be in a different spot, and it's okay when they go. And it's like politics because there's so much tribalism, and you're either AEW or WWE. You can't be a wrestling fan. You're one or the other. Oh, you watch that show? Well, that you can't watch the other show. And I think there's a small percentage of the fan base that only watches one show, or only cares about one show, or is only interested in one show. Because I would say we watch AEW, but like we know what's going on with WWE.
Yeah.
And like, once in a while I'll watch the WWE pay-per-view. Like WrestleMania, I'll totally watch WrestleMania. I have no problem with that. But I think those people, nobody rises center anymore. It's either WWE or AEW, and those are the ones that are on the fucking message boards, or at least on Facebook, and like running their fucking mouth. They're not true wrestling fans. They're just, my side's right. My side's right. And it's really, really frustrating to watch. Mm-hmm. It's also really, really fucking funny.
That it is.
Really fucking funny.
That it is. Like, how can you be wrong on so many counts? How? How many things can you be wrong about all at once?
Everything.
Just enjoy the product. Like if Jay goes into the E and does great. I think she's going to be a fucking star there myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for her because that is. But I have said that for a long time. She belongs up there. She does not belong in AEW. She belongs up there. And there's people like Bailey.
Yeah.
Get her to AEW.
Oh dear God, yeah, please.
She would be her. I think Becky Lynch is another one that would do way better in AEW. Because what I think AEW really needs. Listen to me. Hear me out. What AEW needs is they need that one true, humongous woman star to come in and kickstart that shit. Because they don't have it. Because Saraya's not. Because Saraya was hurt. She came back. It's a comeback thing. If you had somebody like Becky Lynch in there, it'd be pretty fucking good.
I think it would be good. I don't see her leaving.
I don't either. I think Mercedes is coming in. I'm curious to see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mercedes should.
I think she could be that person.
Absolutely. Yeah, she never really got a fair shake in WWE, and I think it's fair for her to come into like if she came into AEW, even if it's just for one match, like that would be fucking huge.
I think it'll be a little bit of a. I think she'll have a little bit of a stay. Maybe. From what it sounds like, I think they're going to kind of use her. They're going to let her do Japan, but they're going to have her in AEW too. Not if you read the comments though. Because if you read the comments, well, she just wanted to wrestle a couple matches in Japan, then she's coming back to WWE. That's her home. That's where she belongs. Why would she waste time in AEW? And I'm just like,
just shut up. Just stop.
Yeah, just like
how on earth could anybody possibly want to do anything other than be on a WrestleMania card, even if it's the bottom half of the card and nobody watched it? Like, it doesn't matter because you just want to be on a WWE card, you know?
I was in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal for 38 seconds before I got dumped over the top rope. That's my WrestleMania moment.
And Drew the Giant.
Andrew the Giant Battle Royal, pardon me.
You can fucking multiply your feed times 10 for the rest of your life now.
That's pretty much it, yeah. Oh my God, I saw...
all over the indies.
I saw a rant by Effie about that because a lot of the guys who were released by WWE are like going to the indies and they're like, I was in WWE, and Effie was like, please, promoters, don't just he was like, I saw a tweet that one of these guys said, just back the truck up full of money and hire me, all of you promoters. And he's like, but this guy didn't do shit, so like,
wasn't that like Riddick Moss? It was Riddick Moss,
potentially, yeah.
And his fucking suspenders. I hope he brings the fucking suspenders. Your pants are tights. They're not falling down. Why are you wearing fucking suspenders?
He got the wrong size.
Because he's madcap.
Did you... Okay.
She's a mushroom. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins are having a last man standing match.
Okay.
Doesn't sound bad, does it? Sounds good. So they're hyping.
That sounds yep.
They're hyping this match. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna lay out what happened. You just tell me when it gets weird. So Seth Rollins is in the ring, dressed like a fucking tool, with his belt running his mouth, and he calls out Shinsuke. And
right now.
Shinsuke pops up on the screen and starts cutting a promo on him in Japanese, and they have subtitles. And Shinsuke's saying, I'm going to beat you, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, out of the crowd runs Shinsuke Nakamura and attacks Seth Rollins. Okay?
Okay, classic distraction.
Swerve.
Wait. So Shinsuke, who's supposed to be doing a live interview, is in the ring beating the shit out of Seth Rollins, and he knocks him down. So Shinsuke on the street and starts counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seth Rollins gets up. Shinsuke on the screen goes, "Oh, you got up! I can't believe it!"
Oh my god.
So Shinsuke knocks him down again, and that time he counts to 10 and says, "That's what's going to happen to you at the pay-per-view." And I'm just like, I heard about it. I had to watch it. It was so fucking stupid. Like Ultimate Warrior in the Mirror level of stupid.
That's a whole new level of.
That sort of sounds dorky, like Shinsuke, though. That sort of seems like a dorky Shinsuke.
But how are we supposed to believe that?
No,
like,
I agree. I agree.
Like, he clearly pre-taped it, and he knew he was going to do that. I mean, that to me that's so fucking WCW.
Yeah.
It's just so bad. And Tripp's doing better, but shit like that, I just go, oh, I don't know if that was Vince. But that was really a good highlight for me this week, watching that, because I heard about it, and I'm like, that didn't happen. There's no way that fucking happened. And everybody in the comments is like, yeah, that fucking happened. And then I go in, I'm like, well, yeah, that fucking happened. And I feel a lot dumber for watching it.
Oh, good lord.
WWE is such a mixed bag right now, because some of the shit they're doing is really, like, everything Dominic Mysterio, amazing. Rhea Ripley, amazing. That whole group that they're in, I forgot the name of them. I never really probably knew it.
Judgment Day.
Yeah, those guys, they're great. But like the fucking Roman's doing the same shit he's been doing for like 10 years. He's been champion. And some of the shit they do is great. Some of the shit, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why do people still ask him about AEW? He gives the same fucking answer every goddamn time. You were in AEW, so like, well, how do you feel about AEW doing this or AEW doing that? He always says, I have friends in AEW. Something happened and I left, and I hope they do well. It's always that. It's always with a different combination of words.
I
just say that.
He's going to come out. I wonder when he's going to come out with what happened, though.
Probably
never. Ben, something happened. Something happened that you'll never hear about.
I feel like it's probably something that's stupid.
I feel like there's something that happened was he wanted to be WWE champion, and I think his plan was to always go back.
That's very possible.
And he saw his opportunity.
That's very possible.
And he left at a time where WWE was in such a shit spot. Though now they had two huge signings that were AEW people that are both going to come in and use their AEW name and their AEW style, and they're going to run their AEW gimmicks on WWE TV. So maybe WWE isn't that fucking great after all.
Kate Jargill and Mayan McPrillion. Kind of fucked that up, but he's...
I don't know what that's. I don't know what that second one was.
Brian Pillman Jr.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have a Mick in his name.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
But another guy, like go to NXT. You fucking need to be in NXT. You need to learn how to work. That's a great spot for him. I don't have a problem with that. I wish he would have stayed, but I also wish they would have done something. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad he went because he'll get used, and he's going to get used because USA is releasing press releases about him.
Yeah.
So good for Brian Pillman Jr. I hope he fucking makes it. Like, I don't have a problem with that. And some of these guys, I'd rather see these guys that actually know how to wrestle or want to learn how to wrestle get signed and make it rather than, hey, this guy played offensive tackle in college and is now going to learn how to wrestle, though he's never fucking seen wrestling in his life. And he doesn't take it serious and doesn't care about it. We're going to teach him how to work a really shitty style. So we have to script everything he does, and he can't cut a promo, and he can't work, and he has no feel for the crowd, and he's really fucking boring. I'd rather see Brian fucking Pillman. Right?
But
Am I right?
after the airport test.
Look, it's that
True.
guy. I don't remember his name, but I recognize him.
Hey, it's that fucking guy that's a comedy wrestler on WWE and wore a tutu the other night. He sucks.
I'm trying to come up with a shitty WWE Vince name. Tommy Jump Around. No, that's probably better than Vince would come up with. I don't know.
Barnaby Braddock.
You nailed it.
B.A. Baracus.
They'll take him serious. His name's Barnaby. That's an old name. I
Gotta take an old name seriously, pal.
just like fucking Von Wagner. They named a dude Von Wagner, and guess what? He sucks. And guess what? Nobody cares about him, and he's doing nothing. It's Von Wagner. Wagner was a wrestler in the 1930s. Okay, Vince, but it's fucking the 2030s damn near. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Nobody's
1930s, and he's got a German name.
Just make Roman Reigns 400 times.
Some steel blue eyes.
That he doesn't have. That would be the first thing. Make sure his eyes are steel blue, pal. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Because that happened.
How is that a thing?
But it's not like we're just being ridiculous and joking about it. That shit that legitimately fucking happened.
his steel blue eyes.
Why and how was that a fucking thing?
But there's Michael Cole. It's the big dog, Roman Reigns. Look at those steel blue eyes. Like, are you what?
Are you
What the fuck?
Are you sweet on him?
That's kind of what it sounded like.
Do you want to date Roman Reigns? That's fine.
That was so. I've never. Kudos to Roman for turning heel and getting over, because he's over. Leon hates him, but he's over. He's not booked very well, but he's over. But he is the most, like, beyond Lex Luger level of failed experiment.
And yet, here we
but Vince
are.
never stopped. Vince never stopped. And they just lied to themselves. They had an excuse every time. Well, it's the day after WrestleMania.
What he's missing is an express bus.
Oh, the Roman Express. Man, no. Get him a train. The Roman Railway.
The Reigns train.
The Roman.
Licensed
I like the
train
Roman.
train.
I like the Roman Railway though, because it's got 2 R's.
Yeah.
The Roman Railway. That feels like it would be more Vince.
You could even call it the Roman Reigns Railway.
Build trains, pal. We'll just train them from town to town. Let the crowd wave at them. A train fucking parade for Roman Reigns.
And then you can sell tickets to the train.
Okay, wait a minute. This is a fucking brilliant idea. I would cheer this fucker. Hey, it's the guy from the train.
This is Vince McMahon's move to get
Here comes the Reigns train.
get back his railway money. Because he has
This fucking railway money. My family bought this railway in 1847. We're gonna make money off it, pal.
Oh, good
But
lord.
Vince, passenger trains of this style have gone out of style for over 100 years.
You're fired.
We're bringing them back. Kids love the trains. They want to ride on them.
It's the kids. The kids love the train. Jesus Christ.
They failed with him, though. I mean, they failed to push him where he needed to get. He just did not work. And now they've completely ruined their company for him.
Oh, well.
But Cody's going to save the day.
He's just got to finish telling his story. That's all it's going to take.
I hope to God the Rock disagrees to fight a Mania and Cody doesn't get to fight him. That would be so fucking amazing.
It'll be like his moment on WrestleMania that year will be like 10 minutes of him just like, just being crabby.
Sheamus. He'll lose to Sheamus in 30 seconds. It worked for Brian Danielson. Oh, pardon me, Daniel Bryan, they would call him, because, you know.
Nobody exists outside of WWE. If somebody leaves WWE, they just go and sit in a McDonald's somewhere and wait for WWE to call. We're hiring your back.
That's what most of those fans think.
I think so. Yeah.
Why would you want to do anything else?
Between states of being.
Why would you want to do anything else? Wouldn't you just want to come back to WWE? No, I don't. Like, I'm having fun over here. Like fucking Zack Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he ever go back to WWE?
I mean, his wife's there. That's pretty much it.
But they would not let him have that character. They'd give him that same character back and be like, "Go be Zack Ryder. Be funny." Woo woo woo.
I'm gone. Bye.
I'm surprised that they haven't made a chance, like they haven't made a run to bring that into AEW. The only reason I can think of is that character may not be suitable for television.
I don't think he wants to.
That makes sense too.
See,
because I think he's just fucking killing it. I think he's having fun.
If I remember correctly, he had talked about it.
I think I read that he's making more money than he ever made in the E.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would imagine he is.
He dropped a tweet that he was like, "All of you guys who got released, it sucks that you got released, but you can make shit tons of money. You got to work real hard, but like, you can make shit tons of money in the indies." And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point.
And actually fucking wrestle.
And actually, well, and like do interesting shit. Like you can do your own shit instead of just whatever stupid shit Vince comes up with.
We're gonna give you a new gimmick, pal. You're gonna ride a pogo stick.
I don't know how to ride a pogo stick. Well, then you're gonna carry it to the ring and pretend you know how to do it. Vince, I
think people are going to figure out that I can't do it when I carry it?
Not a chance. These fans are too stupid.
We've got a great name for you, too. Chandler Hops.
For the win. For the
win. I would buy a Chandler Hops photo stick t-shirt. I would. Did Leon die? Leon, are you alright?
I tried to mute myself. Sorry, I was sneezing.
Okay. It's all good.
Chandler Hops, the pogo stick.
Oh, good lord.
Little pogo stick with like fucking streamers on it.
Not bad.
Just hopping down to the ring. If he hopped down to the ring, it would be cool.
Yeah.
But you'd be right. He couldn't be able to work the pogo stick.
Wait, the way those ramps are, though, I mean, you need like a special pogo stick. Otherwise, they'd be fucking slipping down that damn thing.
That's almost better, I think.
Ah! You fell, damn it! But Chandler Hops. That's all I want to do is come up with really bad fucking gimmicks in WWE.
Down that damn ramp.
We should come up with really bad gimmicks and then see how long it takes for Vince to steal them.
With really awful fucking names. Just like, I like Chandler Hops though, the pogo guy.
That's a good one.
I would buy a t-shirt. Vince, if you fucking do that, I'll buy a t-shirt.
Oh, Jesus.
But he's got to have like long hair, like long, got steel blue eyes, long hair. Gotta have the steel blue eyes. Goes to WrestleMania, beats Roman.
Is he going to wear a tactical vest?
Absolutely.
I would think so.
He
yeah.
worked for the Shield.
And like big military boots, like oversized military boots. So like he can't stand on the pogo stick.
Like clown shoe military boots.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that, or I'm thinking maybe go the other route and have him like dress like a little kid and then get one of those hats with a little airplane thing on the top. That might be better.
Oh my god.
And then give him like an oversized lollipop too. He's badass Chandler Hops.
Town, we need to trademark this idea. Just saying.
I'm creative. What can I say?
Vince is absolutely going to steal this.
Trademark this shit.
That's kind of how you come up with a gimmick, though. What stupid prop can I give you? You know?
Yeah.
Like, like Vince looks upside. Oh, there's my Weber grill. Let's make a guy based on grilling. All right. Damian Charcoal, come on down. Have your grill. He'll stop at the ring and grill food for the kids. Like, here, have a fucking hamburger.
You're a competition barbecue guy. But you've always had a passion for professional wrestling.
And then his finishing move will be called the spatula. He'll just pick the guy up and slam him on the ground. Oh, the spatula would be a really shitty move.
And then when he becomes heel, he'll start throwing people onto the grill as he's grilling burgers.
He'll fucking use burgers to cheat. He'll shove a burger down their mouth. He probably should be healed to begin with. He'll knock you out, then shove one of his burgers down in your mouth, and then the gimmick will be his burgers taste bad. This actually I can see happening, which scares the shit out of me. Him and Johnny Hops.
Oh, God.
Damian Charcoal and Johnny Hops would have a hell of a fucking feud.
Do they have any wrestlers who are vegan as part of their character?
Vince doesn't Vince doesn't like vegan people.
I understand that. I'm pretty obvious feud built in there though.
It's true. I mean, you don't.
So you'd have to carry celery and lettuce to the ring.
Yes, you don't have to. You don't have to have somebody who actually is vegan. You can just pick somebody random.
Bag of kale.
And be like, this guy looks sort of vegan. You're a vegan now, pal. Change your entire
No,
lifestyle.
no. It would be even funnier if it was like a jacked up guy that didn't look vegan at all. Like a guy like fucking Braun Strowman. Just change his name, you know? Bring Brian Cage in and make him vegan. What the hell would you call him, though?
Sandrick
It was Brian.
Chunkweister. No. I don't know. I'm not good at this.
Sanford Pendergrass. Because it's got grass in the name. It's vegan, pal.
Lemongrass.
It's got to sound vaguely
salad.
like it might be a porn name. You know?
Caesar salad.
These are
The shitty part about it is like if this happened, none of us would be surprised.
No.
I'm worried they're gonna take fucking the
pogo guy.
the pogo stick one. Whose name I already forgot. Whatever Hops. What was his first name? I forgot it already.
Oh, Chandler.
Chandler Hops and Damian Charcoal.
Yeah.
Like there's a fucking feud. Eat one of my bad burgers, you fucking kids. I'll save the day by jumping with my pogo stick and just fucking face plants.
Onto the grill, knocks it all over.
The pogo guy's finisher has to be a stomp from the top rope. With the pogo
clearly.
stick.
Nah. What if that finisher's too easy? You gotta have one that's way dumb. It's gotta be overly complicated and really fucking stupid, like the boomerang for Outback Jack.
It would literally murder someone.
Yeah, but it's gotta be bad. It's gotta be hokey. It can't be good.
What if he stands on a person's chest or something and holds their legs and bounces up and down?
Is a good thing.
Pile driver, just a straight up pile driver.
Pile driver. I mean, yeah. But
The Pogo
it's gotta be
driver.
a
Wait
weird
a
one,
minute.
though.
Wait
They
a
can't
minute.
do the pile
There was
driver.
Pogo the clown in XPW that might have.
Destroyer.
No, his was
the Pogo Destroyer.
Pogo's finisher was bodies in the basement. So, yeah. Did you know that? That's a John Wayne Gacy thing. They had a wrestler named Pogo after John Wayne Gacy's clown character, and his finishing move was called Bodies in the Basement.
Oh my god.
XPW was a clusterfuck.
I have figured out his finisher. It's going to be like the Tequila Sunrise, only he bounces off a pogo stick and then into the Canadian Destroyer.
I don't think you can give that guy a Canadian story. I think that's too good. I think it's got to be shitty.
But he bounces off of a pogo stick first.
Yeah, but
jumping off the second rope like Adam Cole does. Come on.
what if his finishing move was he put you like he was into a pile driver, but then he just jumped up in the air and grabbed your underwear, gave you a wedgie, and just jumped down like he was jarring your neck, giving you a wedgie and pinned you.
Jesus Christ.
Tell me when I'm telling lies. It's not a good idea.
I think whatever his finisher is, it needs to. I think he needs a signature move that involves him bouncing off of the rope, bouncing on it for a little bit, and then doing a crossbody off the stuff.
No, axe handle. It's just an shitty axe off the bottom rope. Or a chop, like a fucking Kali chop. Why are we could run our own company? These gimmicks would sell.
Double axe handle off the top rope.
Chandler Hops is fucking money. And Damian Charcoal, pretty sure that's money too.
It sounds borderline racist is my only concern.
Which one? Damian Charcoal?
Damian Charcoal sounds borderline racist.
Well, no, because he just he grills.
Yeah.
How about Damian Webster?
Okay.
Webster grill.
I'm concerned that either
Damian Traeger.
If you were to put black stuff on his face, it might.
No, you wouldn't do that.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it should look like a dad grilling. I think that's what that one would be. Actually, no. I take that back. It should be an aggressive guy who thinks he's in the army grilling, like a guy who's not at all in the army and has no bearing on it, but he thinks he's cool in the army. So he wears camo pants and shit to grill, but shirtless, shirtless in fucking flip flops
and an apron with a whole bunch of grease on it. Like an unreasonable amount of
Gotta
grease.
it's got to have one of those hokey sayings on it too.
Kiss the chef.
Oh.
This isn't a bad idea. This could work.
You'll love my meat in your mouth.
If fucking
That's the one that
Chandler
Vince would pick.
Hops comes to the ring, I'm gonna be.
We'll be on,
That would be.
We'll be on the phone with our lawyers after that one.
Yeah, hey, we came up with that shit
Copyright.
on October 4th at 10 o'clock p.m.
Copyright.
Copywriting that shit, Vince. Don't do it. None of that though. I think that's the problem up there though. Is none of that shit seems surprising at all. Like
No.
that is. This is a stupid name. Like the name has to be stupid. You can't have like a normal name.
No.
You can't. Your name can't be like Bob Smith. It's got to be like Archibald Wizardly or some shit. That's another good fucking name. I don't even know what that character would be. Not a wizard. That would be like
It would be a baseball guy.
taxi cab driver.
No, it would be a baseball guy who carries.
Well,
a
no, I
wand
take
to
that
the
back.
ring.
I take that back. It would have to be an Uber driver because Vince wants to be modern. What's an Uber, pal? That's popular. Let's do an Uber driver. We'll call him Archibald.
We'll call him Archie.
His gimmick will be that he'll pick people up in his Uber. This is money. We should be writing this shit down. These are all fucking amazing.
And then instead of driving them to their destination, he drives them to the arena, and that's the person he wrestles every night.
Then when he beats him, he puts him back in the car and leaves.
Just dumps him on the side of the road.
And somehow, when they
You got
arrive at the arena, they're
Archibald.
always shocked that he's their opponent. Every time.
Why am I here?
You're wrestling me, Archibald.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is
Dying.
good.
Dying.
This is good.
Town, you need to write down all of these
His
names.
finisher is called the One Star Rider.
We just need to make these characters on TEW.
I was just gonna say that. You need to make these characters on TEW.
Sounds good at coming up with really bad fucking characters. Names especially.
I like the One Star Rider. That's a good one.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That is fucking... But again, I speak on behalf of everyone I say. I wouldn't be surprised. Chandler Hops with a pogo stick. Probably the one that would be closest to coming true.
Oh, yeah.
Damian Webster, the charcoal
I
guy.
think maybe you've inadvertently just booked Powerhouse Hobbs' new gimmick when he goes to the E.
I mean, I was
Possible.
thinking that, yeah.
Take this pogo stick, Powerhouse Hobbs.
What the fuck?
It'll be great, pal. They'll love it. Can I just come in and beat people up? No, you gotta have a pogo stick.
The kids love pogo sticks.
I wanted to talk about the Book of Hobbs today. Pal, you want to be a star in this business? You'll get on the goddamn pogo stick.
And then Bruce Pritchard will tell him why it's a good idea. And just totally lie to him. What about a character whose gimmick is that he just has a loaf of bread at all times? For no fucking reason. It has no bearing on his character. He just has a loaf of bread and they never explain why.
Nobody seems to care. Nobody's interested in it at all.
Just carries it to the ring, holding it.
Further, not only do they never explain it, the announcers and everybody else never even acknowledge it.
They just think it's no. They just act like it's normal. Like it's perfectly normal that a wrestler comes out with a bag of bread.
Olaf Bredley.
Jesus Christ.
Olaf Ryson.
Olaf Bredley, because it's got to be.
No, because
we got
bread.
Gluten.
Ryson. It's clever.
Olaf Gluten.
What's a popular brand of bread? Olaf Wonder Bread.
Wonder.
Olaf Wonder.
I'm sorry, a popular loaf of bread? That sounds like Vince talk right there.
Exactly.
What kind of bread
That's
do
how
the
you're
kids
gonna
eat these
think.
days?
Ezekiel.
Kids love Wonder Bread, pal. It's great. They love it. Let's call them Olaf Wonder Bread.
They put the bologna on it.
Vince, I don't think anyone cares about bread. Yes, they do. They're all poor. which is something Vince would fucking say, and we all know that's true.
He probably has already. Let's be completely honest. Oh, Jesus Christ.
These are brilliant fucking characters.
Yes.
We could just... I mean, the loaf of bread I like. Pogo Stick, the Weber Grill. The vegan one was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Just hits people.
I'd say what about one with like a parakeet, but they already did that.
Yeah, they did. They did.
That's the problem is they did a lot of it. Like a hockey stick they did. They did a lawnmower, which was really offensive. Golf caddy. Race car they did. They did a phone kind of.
Man.
Coffee. They did coffee. Alexa Bliss had coffee.
Alexa Bliss had coffee?
She had a coffee gimmick where she liked her coffee and couldn't go without her coffee. They'd run her out of coffee. And she'd drink it and act all happy. And if she didn't get it, she'd be all mad.
Yeah, when she was doing her talk show.
Jesus Christ.
It was bad.
What the fuck?
It was bad. What about a character? What about a character that wears a mask that's a plate of rice-a-roni?
Well, you're just describing Curry Man, but worse.
I know, but Vince doesn't know that.
That's true.
That sounds kind of like the masks that they had for fuck, what the hell is the name of that faction? Slapjack and Mace and God damn it.
Oh yeah, what the fuck what were they? What the fuck was the name of that?
I can't remember.
Well, there's a good reason.
I can't
There's a
fucking
good
remember.
The shit. Were they the shit? They weren't the shit.
Probably not. It's never quite.
What about someone? What about someone that comes out in a mask? That's a poop emoji. We'll call him shit. It'll be great.
No.
Oh, that's fucking common.
They'll call him something clever. That's the acronym. Santiago.
Stanley Harving Irvin Townsley.
Hold on.
His name's shit. Wait a minute. They already did that. Superhero in training.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because some of the ideas we have already happened. Okay.
Didn't Nikki Cross have a similar thing?
Can we just name him Poop? Because it is the poop emoji.
Crap.
Dumpus.
Charles Randolph Albert Poopson.
Oh, my favorite is that it ends with poop.
Yeah, just fucking whatever. His name's Poop. It'll be funny.
And then
Make him shit his pants while he's out there.
When they shrink his name down to like one syllable, that's what it'll be. It'll just be poop. So
and then he'll have to wear a pair of trunks that have like a huge brown streak on the back.
Of course he will. And it'll just get bigger from week to week until it's just wearing brown trunks.
It's great, pal. He looks like he shit his pants. He can't wipe his ass, pal.
Oh,
Sometimes
dear.
it changes in color.
Oh, no.
And shade.
He's got green shit. Put some nuts on his shit, pal. We need nuts on his shit.
I'm dying.
There's this though again.
So
if this happened, I'd just be like, yeah.
We could do this all night, but I gotta get some sleep at some point.
yeah, we gotta end this, but we went off the fucking rails here at the end.
Christ.
Again,
Jesus,
it's okay for people to be in WWE. It's okay for people to be in AEW. Some people are better off in other spots. They both can be successful. Quit being cunts.
That is the most level-headed thing we've ever said on this show.
Don't be a cunt.
It probably is.
Don't be a cunt. For a while, I was telling my kid, don't be an asshole.
Yeah, just don't do it. Just don't be that person.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't be that person. And if Edge going to AEW makes you hate your life,
maybe you should stop watching wrestling.
Grass.
Just a thought.
Go outside, enjoy the weather, realize there's other things going on, and remember, when in doubt, always call on Chandler Hops. The official mascot of the Brewd Show.
All right. Well, now I have to like make Chandler Hops. Oh dear. All right. Well, this has been the Brewdcast.
Can we?
Yeah. What?
I got a slight alteration suggestion. Chandler Hops.
Isn't that what we've been saying?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying Hobbs. I'm sorry.
No hops.
Hops. Yes.
HOPPS.
I still think it would be.
I'm an idiot.
I still think it would be Powerhouse. I
Yeah.
still think 100% you're right there.
Break the fucking pogo stick because he's so big. It'll be funny, pal.
Every time he comes down to the ring.
Maybe just combine all the gimmicks we had into one for Powerhouse Hobbs. He shit his pants. Look at that. It's funny. He's got green shit on his pants. And the pogo stick.
He can't cook a fucking burger.
He's vegan, but he makes them damn burgers all the time.
They're vegan burgers. He's making them eat vegan burgers. He's a heel,
And they're
pal.
shitty because they're vegan. This
And he
has been
puts
the
them in his
Brew.
ass before he feeds them.
Oh my god.
Bye, everyone. Don't ever watch our show again.